Dorian Andis didn't set out to be an adventurer. His old life, once normal, had evaporated, leaving him adrift in a world stitched together by magic, narratives, and epic conflicts. The day it all changed started no differently, a usual Thursday night that slid seamlessly into an unexpected dawn. But the moment he opened his eyes, his reality fractured. The familiar surroundings dissolved into the lush, unpredictable wilderness of Faerun. This alien place, teeming with creatures straight from legends and myth, nearly overwhelmed his senses. Yet amidst the bewildering sounds and sights, a singular voice emerged. This voice, unseen and enigmatic, called itself the Dungeon Master, a self-proclaimed architect of rules and destinies. There was an unusual cadence to its words, a commanding voice prone to forgetting its own scripts, momentarily uncertain, lingering too long between thoughts. Dorian didn't pledge allegiance out of reverence, but rather a kindred recognition of the solitude layered in its tones. He accepted the pact the Dungeon Master proposed, essential for survival in this capricious new world. His journey as an Isekai survivalist began with keen observation and desperate adaptation. He noted the patterns of the sun in this new realm, mapped vast forests that promised sanctuary or danger, and discerned the properties of peculiar plants, life-giving and lethal. His days were a study in endurance, his nights a quiet war of adaptation. A pair of dice, an innocuous pastime relic from his world, transformed on these quiet evenings. Initially mere distraction, they soon became animated, each roll accompanied by whispered suggestions, exaggerated possibilities, as if they had become arbiters of his destiny. The true extent of his newfound power revealed itself in an encounter few would survive. An owlbear, a fierce beast of instinct and raw power, cornered Dorian one bleak afternoon. Instead of violence, he chose words. He wove a narrative sympathetic to the creature, casting its aggression as the byproduct of a world defining it solely as a peril. Miraculously, the beast listened, not out of comprehension, but because the story felt richer, more justified, than the bloodshed it had sought. This revelation crystallized a profound understanding within Dorian. Narratives had the power to transcend reality. As he grew into his dual role, allied to both the ethereal Dungeon Master and traditions of Bardic Eloquence, Dorian's reality continued to shimmer and glitch. Once solid structures flickered, ordinary villagers looped actions, broken phrases echoed across fields, and a sigil of rolling dice hinted ominously at other layers of control. He realized someone, or something, else was tampering with the threads of this world's story, a ghostwriter in this cosmic novel. Since then, Dorian has roamed from lands steeped in ancient lore to towns bustling with intrigue, a bard's charisma and warlock's cunning at his side. His journey, facilitated by the power of narrative and his patron's subtle guidance, revolves around a singular mission: to trace those disruptions to their source, reassert the integrity of this world's tale, and perhaps most importantly, secure his own role within it, a role where he'd control the dice that fate had rolled in his life. For Dorian Andis, every step is another chapter, every word a potential plot twist in the ever-restructuring fabric of reality.